is the heart and soul of the Texas Tech team out tonight with an ankle injury. That time of year.
Kick to the corner. And Cryer right. Bryson Williams knocks it down.
And we see this in the league, a little token pressure, but they'll go back to man-to-man and try to choke the daylights out of this Baylor offense.
Dale Bonner mentioned into the game the D2 transfer, and a guy, I don't know that they actually at the beginning of the year intended that he was going to play for him. It might just sit, hit the weight room, and that
consistent regardless of what his role has been on any given night, Mo, this season. He showed that the way he stepped up against West Virginia.
Yeah, off the bench, but still the leading scorer for this Baylor. K-State just cannot buy a bucket, especially from deep. Got one make from outside.
Well, Baylor just makes you earn. Supposed to do isolate him and attack him. He shouldn't be able to move his feet to stay in front of you.
Noel step back with Brown in his face, and there is the little man, Marquise Noel. The transfer from Little Rock stands at 5'8", 160. And he can light it up, plays big.
That's a tough shot. Having to get that over the outstretched hand of Brown.
And even though they haven't hit those double digits in the rebound department for him. And that was left short by LJ Cryer. Cryer gets it back. Meyer for three. Sohan with the board. But I like the way you described it. It really has been like a slow burn.
5 at West Virginia. Offensive rebound. A Bonner shot is off the heel. Another offensive rebound. Another try for Cryer. Good. Third chance.
Is Akinjo, and not necessarily with his scoring, but with efficiency. And turning the ball over that many times, again, it's just another missed opportunity to at least get a shot up.
Cryer open from the corner. LJ
gets going downhill. Typically something good happens. I hate to keep saying it, Mark, but I would space that young man and force him to show me he can make shots.
Wow, tough shot. The standing referee. He's a guy who goes to Final Fours, one of the best out there. I would disagree. I think there was excessive contact to make it a flagrant 1. Not a flagrant 2. There was not anything to throw Matthew Meyer out. But I thought the knee to the head was excessive contact.
Yeah, and he explained it well. I heard excessive or unnecessary.
Unnecessary
is the term that's used. I don't disagree with you. That's why I say it's subjective. And
it is.
You know, they're human beings, referees.
That's where Cottrell has really improved his game. He's a little bit more decisive than he was last year. He's got such a good skill level and can actually shoot it out to three-point range, although he's only knocking down about 21% of his threes.
Left alone, LJ Cryer rattles it home.
Roy Williams, the other of those coaches, did it at Kansas and North Carolina. And there you can see Sherman. He's not only the leading scorer for West Virginia, I think he's their hardest worker. You know, a real go-to guy that can make difficult shots.
LJ Cryer,
that when you were on the sidelines, you weren't so agreeable with the officials. I recall that bald head of yours turning quite red when certain calls were made.
Rich Ellenberg here. I have commandeered one of the bald men on campus. Flagler bringing it up for the Bears. Now LJ Cryer, and that's another triple. 5 now.
You know, one of the things Bridges does so well is he's a very good cutter. And he cuts oftentimes off of Taz Sherman penetration. But his cutting has really improved, and I think Bob Huggins credits his father for that.
Sherman with the ball guarded by Brown. Pull up. Short.
Give Brown a lot of credit there. Brown deserves a lot of credit. Stayed in front of Sherman, put late pressure on that shot. Almost fouled him at the end.
And the jumper is good on Curry. He's had a hot hand. 15 from Malik Curry. Now at the other end. Can you top that? Wouldn't argue with the there, Casey. And obviously, little happy hour basketball from Morgantown. Tipping it off. And in the final 4 minutes, it's just a 5-point lead for the 5th-ranked Baylor Bears.
High horn set.
With the bucket.
Minutes before the game, Joe Hall came down to our bench at Ohio University, and he introduced himself to each of the coaches, and I thought, Joe Hall knows me.
Said sometimes that helps bring a team together, and that might be the case here for the Pokes. A fresh 20 seconds off the offensive rebound, and maybe that. There's no shame in losing the games that they lost, but they're all just clumped together.
Well, the biggest thing for me is their offensive ability has been all
spur this team on to try and make this a contest.
Ball movement and then open shots from those guards, and they just have to knock them down. But they have to keep the ball moving. Right now, a little too much dribbling.
L.J. Cryer has a couple of threes in this one, and he's got a third. Section is trying to urge on these Baylor Bears as Tyreek Smith goes 1 for 2 from the line to extend it to a dozen. 47-35, 9:40 to go. Tough lob from Meyer to JTT. Now 10 on the shot clock. L.J. Cryer got his 4th triple.
Yep. Inside Nadomi, the layup.
Picking up where he left off. 17 on Saturday. The junior from Montreal. I think I said it right. A suburb of Paris. Actually, he told me it's not a suburb at all. It's a pretty tough part of that city.
Brown kick to the corner. And Cryer able to hit, able to knock down the 3 there.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough stretch for him the next 5 days with 3 games. But he's a tough kid. Dad played football at Texas Tech. Little NFL experience.
Cryer hesitates, off balance, got it. L.J. Cryer.
Big 12 this year. Of course, it's the Big 12 every year. Every night, usually at least one, often 2 ranked teams.
Bonner. Pass over to Cryer, who knocks it down.
One unbeaten team left in America, and they're in this building on the ropes right now. Little zone now. This is more of a zone, 3-2 zone.
Brown kicks to Cryer. His jumper. Rattles it in.
And Sean Miller said, "You will not regret taking this young man. He will be a great replacement for Teague and Mitchell and Butler," and he is right on the money.
First team all Pac-12, and you mentioned also the Big East Freshman of the Year. If Sean had stayed, he would have stayed.
I don't think there's any question. Yep.
Back to Jackson, 4 to shoot. Sohan on him. Block shot by Jeremy Sohan. The freshman has been tremendous. Kicks it out. L.J. Cryer open for 3. Matthew Meyer is creating.
Since he got the haircut.
I was a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I thought I liked the hair.
Little 1-3-1 now by the Cyclones. Play this on about 5 possessions. 5% of their possessions this year. Mainly a man team. This is the curveball to their fastball.
Cryer trying again, and you said it. Don't leave him open.
Smith.
Lead back to 9. Wild pass. Cryer steals it. L.J. Cryer going to work. Oh, gets inside. Lays it up. Too easy.
Defensively, he's now become just a complete player.
He was the top 100 recruit out of Austin, Texas. He was in the same class as Jared Butler, who was number 88. Meyer was number 95 on the ESPN 100.
That's that backboard.
Again.
Wow.
But they are.
Yes, I am. I shouldn't be surprised because of Scott Drew, but I am surprised because they lost a team for the ages, but they have guys like this.
This year, it's a little bit more balanced, and I think we're going to have some more fluidity to who ascends throughout the year at number 1.
Now this current number 1, Baylor's having a hard time making shots early in this game. L.J. Cryer off the bench, their leading scorer.
Quick. There's been nothing quiet about Kendall Brown here in the second half, and he has done a majority of his work above the rim.
He's got to improve his shooting, even free throw shooting, distance shooting.
That's fine, but just keep dunking them.
The athleticism is just astonishing.
You get this weave action. They're going to send an on-ball screen and look to attack.
Got cut off. Cryer, 3, good.
Guys on the staff, they're going over. Frank did a great job in an Iowa State game, talking about Iowa State's terrific team defense.
Cryer from the corner. And it rattles home.
Wow. They're really digging in defensively.
Way downtown. That's off the mark.
Well, you know their philosophy is shoot them up or we sleep in the streets.
Yep.
That's, Jay Wright told us that before the game. Said he got that from a book he read with Jack Marin. A lot of people don't know that Notre Dame. I do. That goes back years ago.
Cryer buries.
Nice dish at the last second by Sean Williams to pick up the assist as the Golden Lions back on the board, trailing 14-7. We'll step back Cryer. Good. Adam Flagler back on the floor. Kinjo directs traffic. Sean Williams picking him up again. Baylor leading 19-9 here inside 14 minutes in the opening half. Late to close on Cryer, makes him pay. Williams over 2 that trip down. And the Kinjo, former All Pac-12, now competing here in Big 12 country. Long look from Cryer. Last time we saw Baylor at home, a convincing win over Stanford out of the Pac-12. And last week, battle for Atlanta's 3 wins in 3 days. Go with 4 rebounds now.
Good pass. Great rebound. Don was showing everybody how to dunk with authority.
And we're seeing some new faces for Baylor out there. Zach Loveday along the baseline.
Oh, that's nice.
Cryer still in the ball game. Carlson.
Of Jay Nakins, a top 50 recruit out of Sunrise Christian Academy, just went right at the rim.
Same school as Malik Hall. Tumsum Narin, too. Michigan State, little pipeline to Sunrise Christian. Cryer likes this matchup. He takes it into the paint, but nowhere to go. 7 on the shot clock. A launch from 3. Money!
Boy, green by Bingham. So now the corner is empty. The corner roll is also available.
Long 3. That's the bottom. LJ. Cited defensive efficiency, plus, minus, all those analytics and the metrics and the game. All he talked about.
He's as good as there is.
Plus, minus. I'm not as big on plus minus. The chart says. What a take.
And it falls. Real good take. Cryer.
You would always sleep. You would actually get to eat and enjoy it. You wouldn't fear turning on your phone in the morning and scrolling through your text messages. What happened? DMs. All that stuff is taken away with guys like Cham Wachachu.
You worked hard to get that one out, and I liked it. Good effort by Dykes early here. Really good. Battling through the tryptophan. That's a layup.
Good curl.
First preseason Big 12 freshman of the year. First time for Baylor. Preseason Big 12 freshman of the year. More often reserved for a Jayhawk.
Absolutely. Good with either hand.
LJ Cryer, spot on. Man, he has been really good. And that's probably what caused him to fall. Muhammad 101. And that's just a pocket pick. Akinjo, Cryer, easy layup. That's what Baylor does. They'll turn you over. VCU not so competitive as they knocked off Syracuse rather handily. And here's a chance for Baylor to up their lead to 9 instead of 2-point attempt from the free throw line, and that one drops, and their lead is in.
Yourself. We're going to play a high level of basketball, and we're going to go to class. And then if that's not for you, then we're not for you.
Another three. That one drops. Everybody's making a
point guard to be your leading shot taker. That's kind of where Akinjo's been tracking. Oh, he's got an extra gear, doesn't he?
Oh, and he makes it in. That's a highlight play there.
Every day. I think he likes that about this team. And again, they're just not settled yet. They've got injuries, they've had COVID problems. But you see the pieces and the explosiveness and the team quickness overall that the Sun Devils can bring to you.
You know, what Akinjo can do, we didn't see much of it in that earlier game between UConn. He can blow by you.
Yeah,
he can
Akinjo
dribble
can.
by you.
Yes, he can. He just has to control that speed.
But that's a huge asset for a point guard. Sohan gets the ball on the back, and Cryer knocks down a three.
Really good fill behind.
Out of Dallas's St. Mark's Academy.
Said before the game, positionless kind of guy. He can play with his back to the bucket, facing it. He can shoot it, and they're going to rely heavily on him today.
Ingram showed up as an 18-year-old already with a collegiate senior's body. You look at that frame as he denies access along the baseline. Triple is good for
known about really either of these teams that we'll know a lot more about come January, but got to do it. So there's the preseason pick.
Stanford has as many turnovers as field goals. The second one was one I think we would have agreed to again, was in Hawaii. And a chance for second chance points here for Cryer and company.
That's a smart play by Chacho. Wasn't going to be able to pull the offensive rebound down cleanly, so he just kicked it out to half court. And Cryer gives the guy like Flagler in there and hurt it to the point where he's not going to be able to be productive, so they're holding him out.
And he came off the bench last year for 28 ball games, 13 points in that national. Inside, and still can't find that field goal. I don't believe any saran wrap was put on that rim at halftime. Meyer. Still plenty of time on that shot clock for Baylor. LJ Cryer pours in under 10 minutes to go in the second half.
Yeah, it says a lot for the Baylor defense. Bears are holding their opponents to 58 points a game in the first 3 games. And right now, Stanford's not even on pace to get that.
We play a fun game with our stat man, Daniel Ramirez, where he holds his breath until both teams have scored a field goal. And
you can see the obvious difference points, but look at the number of shots, field goals attempted, Baylor to Stanford. Been a big difference, and a lot of that was...
Long rebound. Takes it to the hole, can't get it to go. This is not a satiated group of Bears looking for more.
In the gauntlet of the Big 12 on January 1.
Back to play, Bears inbounding. Into the paint, Leaner, that one is good. That one roll. Range jumper right side is good by Eddie Kailu. It's at 17-7. 3-minute ends a 3-minute, 11-second scoring drought by Central Arkansas. Cryer up top. Will drive again. Nice, easy layup. Colin Cooper Burns the corner, left-hand layup, no good. Everyday John skies for the rebound. Pass ahead. Cryer beats everybody down the floor.
And can continue to put up this kind of pressure.
Wow, look at that long range attempt on the alley-oop. A little too tall for Kendall Brown, but saved in bounds by Meyer. To Cryer from the free throw line. Beautiful shot.
By Reeves for UCA, but John, at the other end, that's not an easy catch for Sohan to make. He's running as fast as he can go. It's a bounce pass through traffic, through the defenders. He's got to catch it and stay on balance, slow down enough to get the ball in the bucket just at warp speed. That's a really impressive play.
Cryer goes around it.
He's got shots, though. I mean, he's got the green light. This guy has earned the right to play that kind of role on the team. They'll go down at some point.
A little backcourt pressure by Central Arkansas. James Akinjo breaks that himself, brings it up. Akinjo around the screen of Thamba. To Cryer for three, and he nails it.
Bucket, and maybe that's their best offense as they look to get back into this game.
Chatham the bucket, 46-24 our score.
Already here in the second half.
Shot swatted away, the block by Thamba. The break, Cryer. Cryer will lay it in for the Bears. Pass leads to that bucket by Eddie Kailu.
That's one of the few buckets we've seen from UCA tonight out of a set, but they ran it beautifully and laid it in because of it. Cryer now answers at the other end.
Off the bench as well. Runner left baseline, shot no good. Chachua makes his presence felt really quickly with that rebound. Up the floor in a hurry. Brown kicks to the corner. Flagler's three is good. That league has gone through some changes. For real. There's a three by Manny Littles, senior from Lynette, Alabama. Baylor answers with a three. Pressure there. He threw. Nope, saved it bounds. Oh, wow. Ball over the floor. Now it's knocked away. Here comes Sohan leading the break to Cryer. Layup. Good and a foul. 70-pound junior from Shaker Heights, Ohio. And another of the transfers to Baylor this year. Good one. Cryer a three. On the assist from Bonner. Miss plays at TCU. This Nichols team will play at TCU coming up on Thursday. And Prairie View plays at Texas Tech tonight. Going to keep up with those games. Other games involving Big 12 again right there. Gives him 7 on the day. Closing in on a double-double, potentially a triple-double for Kendall Brown. He's got 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. And there is 3 years ago tomorrow. Ty Gordon tries to get between two defenders. He does, but the ball's not with him. Cryer nails a three from. We can't see the clock from there, so Doug Sermons looked at it and wiped that bucket out. Baylor leads, or Baylor trails by 3, 10-minute mark, first half. And one. Drive into the paint and rolls in. Three-pointer is in, right wing by Benjamin Risty. Garnet Word regains the lead by a point. Bears trying to answer, and they do. Kick outside, three. Again, just beat the buzzer this time on the three by Benjamin Risty. I think that one was, did beat the buzzer.
And give up one in transition, you have no chance of winning if you're going to do that.
Risty can't hit from the left corner. Rebound Bears, looking to run. James Akinjo. Well, he is quick. Outside to Cryer, who hits the runner in. From last year's national championship team. Look at those numbers. Those guards, Mitchell Butler and Teague. And Mark Vidal